walkthrough video for Tuesday. It is 11/18. There we go. And try 2 week 3, and we're looking for your yellow bell work. These two words are so important that I want to make sure you know them. Blank is from DNA to mRNA information flow, and blank is mRNA to protein information flow. Please copy those two and put the correct vocab word in. If you don't know, please go look at page 6. That's going to be your 1.1 study guide. It'll have information for you. You can write SAME, S-A-M-E. We're beginning class today with a quiz. If you did not take the quiz, you are going to need to come to Panther Plus to make it up before the end of November, or like you have the end of this week to make it up. If you can do it, that would be really helpful for you. And then today we finished the research modeling body systems and we began prepping for our model. So tomorrow I'm going to give you a big piece of paper, and you and your teammates, if you have them, are going to work together on that. So I've set a 5-minute timer so people could get themselves together, but you're not in class today. We have 2 new entries in the table of contents. Let me make it a little bigger so you'll be able to see them. One of them is the check mark for the model. I'm going to go ahead and pull that up now for us in just a moment. The other one is the Bio 1.2 study guide and vocab. So please pause the video and make sure you've written these down on your pink page. Okay, so first off, here's the 1.2 study guide. One of the things you'll notice in this one is that there are some multiple choice questions, some category sorts, some fill in the blank. There's some brief explanations about relationships and some scenario-based questions. Here is your vocabulary list. So we will have a day, probably on Friday, for you to work on your study folder. And to help you, I have given you a paste in that you will cut out and paste directly into your study folder. You're recopying your notes so that you make sure you know, not just for the 2 systems you researched, but for all of them, what the sample organs and other parts and the major functions are. So you can start that today and do a little bit of it. We suggested to people that they should try the questions that are on page 1 and the start of page 2. You now have done all the content piece, and we're just practicing using it in our work that we're doing together today. So where are we going, right? We've been learning about human body systems, thinking about how systems in our bodies work together. So again, make sure you come to take the quiz. We worked with our partner on research modeling bodily systems. We're going to keep that. And then we asked people on their back of their research page, you have a blank page on the back of that. We asked you to start thinking about including information about these. So we had somebody sketch a figure like this, and then we had them begin to start doing this part. So when they get their big paper, they know what they're writing and doing. So you'll see there's a place for visual representation of the 2 systems, clear labeling of the organs, tissues, and processes. Arrows or diagrams that show the movement of materials. There's movement in every single one of these, either information or materials or the system itself moving. A written explanation of how the systems interact and contribute to the overall body function you were assigned. A section addressing limitations of the model, and you'll give your model a title. Last but not least, if you are not precise and accurate, like if your stomach drawing is a little bigger than the actual stomach, I don't care. But if you actually say the nervous system is responsible for digesting our food, that's like not correct, and you will not get credit for this. You'll have to go back and make sure that you've clicked all the achieves before moving onward. All right, you haven't taken the quiz yet, so you can just write, I wasn't here, but this is the cool down that people did, thinking about what the quiz shows they did well and what the quiz shows they might need more work on. That's it for me. Stay dry out there. I'll see you soon. Bye.